Hey,
Hi.
what's going on? It's Mike, Mare. There's a sniffling dog in the background who just fucking walked in once we started talking out loud. And we are... I don't want to watch that.
Hey.
Yay! Don't want to... Shut up! You were quiet for like an hour while we were talking about this. And then all of a sudden we start talking into microphones and she won't shut the fuck up.
She won't bark. I wouldn't say she won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but she's doing her little huffing thing where she's like angry that we're not paying attention to. But like we weren't paying attention to her for the last hour. She didn't give a shit. So it's very funny that all of a sudden.
Well, she wants to be a part of the action.
That is true. She is a media whore. So. But I don't want to watch that. That's the name of the show. The website is don'twantowatchthat.com. Twitter and Instagram at don'twantowatch. The O and don't is a 0. You all know this fuckface by now, so we're not even gonna talk about him again.
What if it's a new listener?
There's some fuckface.
Tell me more.
Who took Don't Want to Watch on Twitter about 11 years ago to tweet about
Fucking
not
guy.
liking watching The Bachelor with his girlfriend or something, and he never tweeted once. At least if he had done it like a handful of times. Just delete your account then. Let somebody else have that handle.
What do you think he does for a living? Like,
Him?
who do you think he is?
Who do I think he is?
Yeah.
He probably runs a hedge fund. I hate him. I bet he's worth 8 figures, and all he does is take things from little people.
Yeah, we're
Like
never going to
Twitter
get that
handles.
handle ever.
Yeah, so...
Why don't you just message him?
I think I said I was going to do that last time,
And you
and
didn't.
maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Maybe
Matt.
I will.
Maybe I will.
And maybe I will.
So, yeah, this is The Boys, season 2,
Episode
episodes 7 and 8, and that's the finale. So
Yeah.
we're gonna get a lot of our boys' questions answered, or maybe not.
Or maybe not.
Exactly. You'll have to listen to the episode to find out. But if you're listening to the episode, you watch the show, so you fucking already know. So let's hear us talk about the bullshit, right?
Yeah, let's dive right into the bullshit.
If you're listening to this and you haven't seen The Boys, you're a weirdo. I'm just gonna, as much as I enjoy downloads, we have tens of them. I still think you're a fucking weirdo if you're listening to this and you haven't seen the shows yet.
Wow,
or
man.
you're my mom. But my mom doesn't know how to get it. So.
Yeah, it's not mom.
Anyway, so The Boys, episode 7. So it
What was the
starts
name
off pretty.
What was the name of the episode?
I don't remember, and I never write down the episode names.
I always
you
do
always
that.
do,
I
and you
fucked
didn't
up.
do it this last time.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Don't mean to interrupt.
No. You're good. You're good. So we start off, and it was pretty. It was pretty interesting because it wasn't anything about the boys. It was just like this weird fucking incel type person.
The name of the episode was Butcher, Baker, Candlestick Maker.
Oh. Okay.
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 Yeah. Well,
If you say so.
it opens up with with just some random guy.
Yeah, some weird incel guy looking at fucking 4chan probably. And I think it speaks volumes to the current state of America.
Well, yeah. Well, the guy is watching the news.
Yep.
He's on the internet.
Yep.
Listening to podcasts as he's going to work, just like going through his
angry,
day.
But they're angry podcasts. Like they're like
Yeah,
the
no,
Alex Jones
yes,
type.
I got that.
Yeah, no, I know you got that, but you didn't say it out loud to the people that might be listening to this. So I'm just saying, like he was being like radicalized.
Are you condescending me right now?
I'm not
Are you
condescending.
mansplaining to me? I was just jumping
I'm
in.
trying to mansplain to the audience, actually. To you. Yeah. But yeah, so he gets radicalized through the first few minutes. And it was really, I thought it was really like...
Well, yeah, it was well done. I mean, it's
I
on
thought
the
it was very
nose.
well done. And then we also have to say, like, towards the end of it, a guy that he had bought in fucking like a cup of coffee from every day for God knows how long, all of a sudden this stuff has him trained to think, oh, I should shoot this guy in the head.
Yeah.
And
He's the villain.
It's so fucking sad to see that and to really tie it to what's actually happening in our country.
Yeah.
It's like, it's an information war.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Alex Jones started it with InfoWars.
Yeah. Well, let's not get into the
I didn't
discussion
mean it
on
like that. I'm just saying.
Alex Jones.
But yeah, well,
please.
he was listening to an Alex Jones type, and Alex Jones had InfoWars. So.
I understand.
I didn't want to talk about it like that, but I just thought it was very, very well done, and I'm gonna leave it at that because, like Mare said, this is not a political podcast. If you'd like to hear our political thoughts, then you can tune into our other show, Politics. I don't want to follow that with Mike and Mare.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna shut up now.
What are you
I don't know.
doing?
Yeah. Anyway, guy gets
You're
radicalized,
so.
shoots the store clerk in the head, and I'm embarrassed right now. So after we go through that entire ordeal, and we go to like the actual storyline, and Lamplighter is out there, and he's giving testimony to that anti-soup politician, and they're out there, like the CIA ladies there, the whole squad's there. They're like, "Yo, we are gonna nail Vought to the fucking wall," and
Yeah, they want to use him as a witness.
yeah, and so he's like, "Look, I'm about it. You know, I hate myself." He's got some real self-confidence issues.
Yeah.
Like, he's like self-loathing type of shit right
Mhm.
there.
Well,
And
he hates himself
probably
for what
rightfully
he.
so.
Yeah, he hates himself,
He was a shitty person.
which we learn
Yeah.
just how shitty. And then we cut to Starlight and her mom.
Yep.
And Starlight is telling her mom how her faith has been pretty rattled.
Yeah.
That whenever she would go out on a, what did she call it? Was it not a run, but
Mission
like
or
a
whatever.
mission or
Yeah, like to go, catch some
whatever.
bad guys and shit.
She would-
Superhero shit.
she would touch the cross that her mother gave her for her confirmation?
Something like that. Communion, maybe?
Yeah, communion,
Yeah.
confirmation, one of those. As like, she's doing this for God,
Yeah,
and now
well,
that she's
because
in it,
God sent her on that mission
Right.
by granting her the superpowers, which
Yeah.
we turn out as bullshit.
is bullshit and just medication. So her faith is rattled by this. And as they're talking, it turns out it's a trap.
But neither of them realize it was a trap. Mom's the idiot.
Mom didn't know. But,
Mom's like,
but
no,
it
I
is a
called
trap.
Vought. I told her I was meeting you.
Yeah.
And she was like, bitch, I'm on the run. I cut out a microchip so they couldn't find me. Like, and you just fucked me over right now. And as she comes to that realization, tear gas canisters come through, and there's like a fucking Vought SWAT team there.
Well, that's her fault for not telling her mother that.
That is true.
Like,
that is
listen,
true.
things are weird right now.
Yeah, I can't
Don't give me up.
I can't chill like you.
Yeah,
I
like,
am on the outs right now.
don't
Vaught's
let
doing
them
some evil
know.
shit. Yeah, she should have given them a heads up.
Come on.
Absolutely, you're 100%
That's her
right.
fault for not talking to her mother.
Yeah.
For all those mothers out there.
For all you moms out there, use this as an example as to why your kid should tell you everything.
Yeah.
And you should not let them have any privacy. No, I'm just kidding. Let your kids have some privacy.
Well, it's a trap. They fucking Black Noir fucks her up.
Yeah.
Grabs her by the scruff of her neck like a goddamn puppy.
Oh, a little pup.
Yeah, takes her. And then we cut to Butcher finding out that his dad is dead.
Yeah. Yeah, he goes and his mom tricks him into coming to a fucking hotel room or some stuff. And then so she calls him up, tells him that, and he's going to go visit at a hotel room.
Yeah.
And it might, speaking of traps.
It's a trap.
But like, as this is going on, this is where the Lamplighter is watching some really weird fucking pornos.
Again with the weird, like, the over-sexualized shit.
There is a lot of sexual fetish type shit in this
Yeah.
show as a whole. And good for all of them.
No judgment.
yeah.
But
Nah, I mean, hey. Whatever. A lot of people have died during sex, too. Now that I think about it.
well, they do call it an orgasm the little death.
Do they really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
And
know.
I forgot something in French.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. I
Yeah.
had no idea.
The French call it the little death. I
I
could be making that up.
You might be. That's pretty interesting, though.
I'll
If you are
look it
making it up, I'm interested to see who told you that.
I think I learned it on Sex in the City.
Oh, Sex in the City, the documentary, you mean?
No. That's where I get all my information.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
But anyway, so yeah, Lamplighter's watching some really weird fucking porn. Deep Does It in the Blowhole is what we I think see on a DVD right there because I don't.
So it is. It's a French thing. Sorry to interrupt your train of thought. It is a French thing. It's called The Little Death. It's called La Petite Morte.
Oh.
That's my French for you. And it's
orgasm.
the sensation of post-orgasm as likened to death.
Oh, interesting. So you learn a little French here.
So maybe it has something to... Probably not. Probably has nothing to do with that, but...
Yeah, probably not. So yeah, bunch of weird porns there. Butcher's dad passed. And then we get a quick shot of Starlight in a fucking cell somewhere. We don't know where. We don't have any more information. She just kind of wakes up and is like, where am I? And then it goes to something else. Just to let you know, she's okay. But Lamplighter and Huey, they're sitting there watching some soup porn. And then Lamplighter starts opening up about how he sucks and he's not a hero and he hates himself.
Well, the other thing wasn't all of the porn that he was watching like cuck porn?
Yeah, I don't know if all of it was, but that particular one definitely was. It was the one where Homelander was fucking the chick, and he's like, "Oh, watch me fuck your wife."
Right, but they started. Yeah, but that became what
yes.
they were talking about. Like,
yeah,
don't
and then Lamplighter's like, "I'm the cuck," and then Huey goes into his thing, and they have like a sad sack off. They have a sad sack race. And Huey's like, no, I'm the cuck. And Lamplighter's like, bro, you're not even a cuck. All right? You're worse than a cuck, all right? Fucking loser, Huey.
That cuck shit is so, like, what's the obsession with it?
I wouldn't know because I have no desire to live that life.
But, like, that's like a thing.
It is a thing, yes. It's for people, I guess, who just don't fucking, or, I don't know.
I don't
get it. I don't even want to guess. Because it's going to be wrong. So, I'll just say this. If you're listening to this and you're a cuck, tell us why.
Send us a message.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter or Instagram
cucks.
and send us a DM. Be like, well, hey, I'm a cuck, and it's because I'm in a high-stress job, and I have a lot going on. And
like, S&M I get. S&M I understand, but the
cuck
cuck thing is...
Yeah.
The cuck thing is a little weird. I don't get it. Okay.
I don't know.
I can get most fetishes. That one is like...
Yeah. I could see it almost maybe as like an out-of-body experience where you're watching your significant other just enjoy pleasure from a different vantage point, and you're not focusing necessarily on the other person involved in that.
Okay.
No, right. I'm still not into it, but...
Nobody said you was.
I'm just saying, because I came up with a reason. I
understand.
Just have to clarify, it's still not what I'm about.
Okay, let's move on from the cuck porn.
Yes, let's.
Homelander and Stormfront at a rally.
Oh yeah, Charlottesville, I think. Sorry. But yeah, they are... I wrote, they're giving an alt-right rally for more soups.
Yeah.
But that's essentially what it was.
And thoughts and prayers to that. They were sending their thoughts and prayers to that guy that was referenced in the beginning of the show.
And it was real creepy how they quick turned like the speech that they were giving. They were like, yo, all our prayers go to the family of that guy. That is not what we're about. However, people like him are kind of shitty.
Yeah.
That's why we need more soups.
Yeah.
And that was just a real quick turnaround, I felt, for that conversation right there.
Well.
Or for that speech, I guess you could say. I'm surprised, Vaught is buying into it because that's... Well, I guess Mr. Edgar does talk about that later on where he's like, we need people angry.
Right.
So they're whipping him up into an angry frenzy.
Like I've said before about this show, they take things from real
yes,
life.
You are right.
And put their own name on it.
Superhero twist
spin.
on it. Yeah. Okay. All
right. What's next, Mike?
While they're doing this, they drop a little note that Starlight's a traitor.
Oh, that's right.
And they're like, oh, hate to tell you guys, but we've had a mole in the 7. It was Starlight. She's under arrest. Don't
yeah. All the line supervillains are pouring into the borders.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
yes.
We're at war.
I assume some of them are good people.
Gotta keep them angry. Yeah, God. It's hard not to get political, though, because the show is so political.
Yeah. That's why I used the Donald Trump line from his initial rally.
I understand.
Yeah. So, anyway, Huey gets fed up with the fucking lamplighter porn, turns it off, and CNN is on or some shit, and they immediately see Starlight's a traitor. And so Huey talks Lamplighter into going to rescue her.
Right, going to get her.
Bro, you can be a hero. If you do this, we cannot be cucks anymore. Or maybe, like, you can step up and fuck your wife, and then I'll be the cuck. So we both get a little boost if we go do this. And Lamplighter's like, I'll buy that. I'm into it. Let's do it. Let's go. So then we go to Butcher, meets the mom. Mom's like, yo, I gotta show you something on the balcony. And that's fucking weird because who keeps shit on the balcony that you gotta show somebody?
It's your dad, Butcher!
It's your dad! Yeah. And I love this actor.
We both love him. John Noble, man.
Yeah, this guy's awesome. He was on a show that I loved called Fringe.
Yeah. He was also in Lord of the Rings.
Pacey was on that.
Yeah, Pacey was God.
But yeah, so that guy's awesome. Huge fan of that guy. And he shows up with a sick Australian accent. Yeah. I'm not going to do an accent this episode.
Why not, Mike?
Why?
Yeah. Because
I hated myself worse than Lamplighter after we recorded that last episode. I wanted to set myself on fire. So, speaking of father-son dynamics, after this, Homelander and Stormfront pop in on his kid. Yep. And Homelander's like, yo, Daddy's got a girlfriend. And I actually think you should like her more than Mom. Mom kind of sucks. This chick's going to be around a lot. And so am I. So get fucking used to it, guys. And then from there, it just pops in all sorts of weird relationship dynamics. You go from father-son to father-son, and then father and like relationship kind of thing, and then all of a sudden you're at Maeve's house and her girlfriend's leaving. Yeah. So everybody's all fucked up. Maeve is pissed. She flips the table. Maeve is on like a tear though. She's like, she goes on a wild streak.
She's going through it.
She's like, we were supposed to take this shit down together, and Elena's like, I'm not into that. Like, I need to just live my life.
This is too much.
Yeah, I got to get out of this. Too much, too soon. See you later.
We kind of glazed over Butcher's dad. Because there was a big reveal that he, the dad just wants to talk, and they fight over Lenny.
Oh, yeah.
His brother. The death of his brother, and it turns out Lenny killed himself.
Yeah.
And they, Butcher blames his dad. His dad blames Butcher.
Yeah.
On his death, so I think it was an interesting, because we haven't really gotten that much backstory. Well, I guess we have. We haven't gotten, any of Butcher's family.
No, not really.
Story.
I mean, we met his aunt just a minute ago.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden his mom is here with his super cool dad.
Oh, God. So I just thought it was, it
I liked how
gave us more insight on who Butcher was.
I liked how his dad dressed like Fonzie. He had like his hair slicked back and a white t-shirt with a leather jacket.
Hey.
It's like, bro, you're like 80. Like, settled, and you're dying of cancer. Wear sweatpants.
Well, he was hard.
It was hard, yeah.
It was hard.
And you're harder than me, Butcher. I'm done.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Let's see.
Oh yeah, and Homelander also wants Starlight dead.
Yes.
He wants her dead.
Yes.
All right, so we talked about Maven and her girlfriend.
And then Grace, the FBI, CIA lady or whatever.
And Mother's Milk, they go see Dr. Vogelbaum.
Yeah. He's like,
that was a good scene.
Yeah, because he was just like, yo, I don't give a shit what you got on me.
Yeah.
He's like, they're going to fuck my kids up.
Yeah.
And I can't have that.
Just
so if you're gonna drop some shit that I did back in the day to get me in trouble as a threat, like, just drop it and I'll fucking deal with it as long as my kids are alive.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, fine.
All right.
I guess so.
Yeah.
And we'll leave. And we'll give Butcher the bad news.
Yeah.
But Butcher's not having it.
Yeah, Butcher is obviously wants to go take care of it. But I also, there was another good little character moment there between Grace and Mother's Milk when she's like, yo, listen, I will fly you and your family to Nicaragua. Leave this shit.
Yeah.
Spend time with your family. Let go of this revenge shit, man. It's too much.
Yeah. And she's just got a very funny, like, demeanor to her. I don't know why. But, like, he's like, no, I'll be done when we get out. When we're done with this one. He's like, she's like, but that's it. It's never over. It's never done. You just leave. You gotta leave. I don't know why. Her cadence.
Oh, okay.
I enjoy her cadence.
I just think you enjoy doing impersonations.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, so after that, Frenchie and Kimiko are watching that politician, and she's like the anti-soup to give it a fucking talking to and stuff. And Kimiko starts teaching Frenchie the language.
Yeah, it was cute.
The little sign language.
Cute little moment. They're coming
cute,
together.
But I gotta say, it's fucking dumb sign language. Like, they make a fucking handgun, like a finger gun, and then she's like, gun. And then he's like, oh shit, that means gun. It's like, of course, what else would that mean? It's gotta be the most
fucking
basic.
Idiot.
It's gotta be like the
Dummy.
most basic, dumb fucking language. Like, it's gotta be like you mimic drinking and it's like, oh, water, or cup.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like,
Very
it could mean any of those things.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But, and then we get to some of my favorite shit.
Yeah, the Church of the Collective.
I love it. Scientology is so
Yep.
fucking weird. But this is one of the funniest fucking things, I think. It's when A-Train gives Deep the fish, and then the Deep is like, holds it up to his ear, and he's like, he knows my name! I thought that was fucking hilarious. The Deep is such an idiot. And to think of how far... He's such a lovable goofball, I feel. And to think that the first time we saw him, he was like
sexually
a slick
assaults,
rapist.
and rapes women. Yeah, he's really adorable.
I mean, I'm just saying, like...
He's so likable.
He's such a goofball now. Like, with the first...
He's a fucking idiot.
Yes, I know.
He's an idiot.
His storyline is so fun, though.
Yes.
Like, he shows up on a whale. Like, come on. Like, the Deep is easily the most fun character in this show. Anyway, so yeah. So the church leader is like, hey, do you remember that guy from Cleveland, Eagle Archer? And they're like, oh yeah.
What a great guy.
Deep's like, yo, he is my bro. He picked me up when I was at my darkest. And then the fucking fake David Miscavige, Alistair, is like, no, he sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
And Deep's like, you know what?
He's toxic.
I did kind of get some sucking vibes from him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, now they have to pretend that he doesn't exist.
Yeah. So that's weird and very Scientology-like. So Lamplighter and Huey, they break in through a fucking place where Lamplighter used to bring college chicks into the tower, I guess.
Yeah.
Another creepy superhero. And Ashley goes to Maeve's place to be like, yo, where are you? And she's in bed with a dude ripping a jewel.
Yes!
High
like,
as shit. You see like a bong later.
Yeah.
And then Ashley's like, you're not supposed to do it. We'll get a later back here. We gotta be in front. And then Maeve was just like, yo.
Be a fucking human.
Fucking human being.
Yeah.
Be a fucking human for a second.
Yeah.
And Ashley's like, I'm sorry you're going through this.
Yeah. That was like a great moment because, you know, we see this young PR person where spinning everything is so important.
And making sure the image is right all the time.
Which is such a stressful job.
I'm sure.
When I worked when I was doing satellite media tours and just working with PR girls, it was like, she does such a good job. It's just like this tightly wound, stressed out, over stupid shit. And like we see her at one point, she's like picking at her hair. She's got like a bald spot. Yeah. I feel bad for her.
Yeah, I think that was in the next
interested to see
episode. But
I'm interested to see where her character goes next season. But
yeah, she's a good actress. What was she?
I don't think I've seen her in any. Like, she looks familiar, but she's a really great actress. But she's really good at kind of playing like that
nervous,
pathetic kind of suck ass. But you also kind of have to feel for her too, just with her job, man. She's like being totally manipulated by Homelander and intimidated by him.
And then she's got Mr. Edgar on the other side.
God. What a nightmare job.
Yeah, so then we move on to the happy family, Wally and the Beef and everybody. And it's Homelander watching Lego fucking blind spotting. I didn't even know Lego blind spotting was a thing.
That's the whole thing. He recorded those videos himself. You didn't catch that? He did the blind spotting, dances with wolves, or blind side.
I didn't realize he did those himself.
Yes, and they're all of his mother's favorite movies. So when he said Dances with Wolves, I'm like...
I thought that I was like, why is there Lego Dances with Wolves? Well, how is this 8-year-old making fucking Lego movies that look fantastic?
That's the whole thing, that she wants him to like...
Yeah, to keep being...
a kid and creative and... But she's like, showing him all the shit that she loves. That's why he's such a mama's boy.
Yeah, and he's got like, they probably still have
totally
DVDs
sheltered.
And shit. Yeah, they don't have Fios. Of course not.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. But Stormfront and Homelander are trying to get him.
Oh, yeah. Totally, like, that scene was so hard to watch where they're just like totally undermining... the mother, everything. There's nothing in this world that makes me just like fucking drives me crazy when somebody tries to undermine me.
Yeah, and knowing that she has no recourse. Like she can't call the cops. She can't do anything. No. She can't get like a restraining order. She physically cannot beat them.
Do a thing.
Like there's nothing.
Is there a worse feeling in the world when somebody tries to undermine you?
She's 100% helpless right there.
Yeah. Is there a worse feeling? Tell me.
I don't think so. No, I hate it when that happens. But like it depends. Like sometimes, somebody counters what I say, but they're smarter and they're right, and I'm just like, yeah, oh, okay, that works.
I mean, in like with your kid.
Oh, well, yeah, no, let's not get into that. So, this is the part where Butcher goes to see Vogelbaum, and he basically is like, I will kill your fucking kids. I will fuck them up. And then their kids, I will keep fucking them up. And you'll... be sitting in a wheelchair waiting, just watching it all happen. Yeah. Unless you tell me what the fuck I want to know. Yeah. And he's basically like, you know what? All right, I will.
All right.
I thought it was really great.
You got me.
Showing how crazy Butcher was, though, too. Because as soon as he gets done explaining how he will kill multiple generations of this guy's fucking family, the daughter walks in with tea and he takes a sip and he's like, oh, that's delicious. Love.
Yeah.
God damn it, I did the accent.
Yeah, you did.
And then he's just like, you're a monster. He's like, and he gives him like a little smile. It's like, yeah, he is a monster.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So, Lamplighter and Huey, they're in the fucking building. They're trying to find Starlight. Lamplighter's like, this is the way. And it's totally not the way because they wind up in the giant conference room.
Yep, where the statue is, that apparently Lamplighter's statue has been removed, and he is not happy with it.
He is so unhappy with it that he lights himself on fire.
Yeah, he decides, you know what, today is the day.
He's going to do a little Harry Carey action, just falling his sword right there.
Who?
I think Harry Carey's where, like, the Japanese people, it's like a thing and they fucking kill
themselves
out of shame. Now I want to look that up just to make sure I didn't say the wrong thing. But yeah, I think that's...
I thought you meant Will Ferrell's Harry Carey.
This Harry. If the moon was a pizza pie, would you eat it? I would. Yes, I was right. Seppuku, sometimes referred to as Harry Carey, is a form of Japanese ritual suicide by disembowelment.
Hey.
Oh, so I got a little aggressive. This guy he only set himself on fire. He didn't
he didn't
give the
disembowel himself.
Yeah, he didn't give the old Mel Gibson and Braveheart. Yeah, to himself.
What?
Mel Gibson and Braveheart.
I've never seen Braveheart.
You've never seen Braveheart?
I've never had the desire.
What?
Ever.
Braveheart is such an excellent movie. Are you kidding me? What about Braveheart 2? Braveheart in America, The Patriot?
I've seen the Patriot, as my mother calls it, the Patriot.
The Patriot. I've seen
that.
That's hilarious.
I've seen that. I have not seen Braveheart. Though.
I call it Braveheart 2, Braveheart in America. it's roughly the same thing.
Yeah, I've seen the I keep wanting to say the Patriot, but I've seen the Patriot.
I can't believe I spoiled Braveheart for you. The ending. That's what happens at the end.
What does he do?
He gets disemboweled. The king that he was fighting against catches him finally. Spoiler alert, I know it's 26 years ago or so. Well, yeah, anyway. So
I've just never had any desire to ever watch Braveheart.
It's so good, really?
I guess maybe we'll have to watch it and talk about it.
Oh, come on, watch a bunch of Scottish guys mooning their competition before they run down the field and fucking smash them with swords and hammers.
I mean, listen, I just never had the desire to ever watch Mel Gibson in, and I thought the people that kept referencing it and, doing impersonations were fucking corny as fuck.
Oh, well.
So.
I guess your 10-year-old self when that came out was,
But it became a thing.
Time.
Remember, it became a thing.
No, I hear you because
it came out 26 years ago.
I think it came out 95.
I don't think so. I think it came out later than that.
Well, I could tell you that I'm in a very similar situation because I have a similar will not watch and thought it was so corny that everybody loved it with Titanic. I've never seen it.
It's so good.
And
why don't we do that? Okay.
Braveheart 95.
Wow.
Maybe we could do that as an episode. We'll watch Braveheart and the Titanic and we'll eat shit on it.
Sounds great. Coming up.
Coming soon. Braveheart, Titanic combo.
We could watch
episode.
it with the kids.
Braveheart I'd have to think about, but I think that's okay. It's mainly just TV violence. Titanic. Isn't there some titties in that? I've heard that.
Yeah, well, when she's draw me like one of your French girls and
yeah,
have sex.
Yeah, I heard that.
Which is one of the best scenes ever.
Oh, okay, I'm sure it is. It's fucking.
I love Leonardo DiCaprio.
How does the drawing come out?
Pretty. All right. I mean,
okay,
it's nothing to write home about.
If they would have lived, they would have put it up.
It's nothing to fucking throw a multi-million-dollar necklace into the fucking sea.
Okay. All right. Well, that went on a tangent.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're at right now.
Well, because I didn't understand the reference that you were making.
The Harry Carey thing. That's what I said. And then we went on a weird tangent. So, anyway.
Where are we?
We are just done where... Oh, so Lamplighter set himself on fire.
Oh, yes.
When Huey couldn't get out. Because it was a hand-activated thing, so he cut Lamplighter's hand off.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With a fucking jagged vodka bottle.
Yeah.
Good for you, Huey.
Yeah.
You have done some shit.
I really, now that I know who his parents are, Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid.
Yes.
Now
not
that's
Randy
all.
Quaid.
Yeah.
Randy Quaid's just his uncle.
Yeah. Well, Dennis Quaid is kind of creepy, too. He just married, somebody super young, 22.
Oh, what a creepy.
Yeah, super young. Anyway.
Yeah.
But now that I see that it's, those are his parents... All I could see is Meg Ryan now.
Oh yeah.
Huey, just just
when
his
Harry
mom.
Met Sally in his face.
Yeah, and I love Meg Ryan. I think
me too. Meg Ryan.
But that's all I see now. So I don't know if I really like him as an actor or if I like him because of who his parents are.
I liked him before I even knew who his parents were.
I did.
So I thought he was a good, nerdy guy. He was almost the main guy from Silicon Valley, but not a douche in real life.
Well, awkward.
I was a Michael Cera type.
Well, I love Michael Cera, the OG.
Yeah, the OG of awkwardness.
Yeah.
But I don't think Michael Cera could pull his role off, so there's got to be a little more...
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess Huey is kind of
Yeah.
sexy, I guess.
More of a hero type, though. He's got a little hero quality.
That dopey, puppy, dog face, I guess.
I wasn't going into his looks. I was going into hero type. But
I'm vain. So
I understand. So hero
I
types
like
have a look
talking.
for you.
I like
Okay.
talking about looks.
Okay, then. Fine. I hear you. Okay.
So Huey uses lamplighter's hand to get out. Oh god, that was such a...
So this is what I wrote down for the next scene. Starlight remembers she has superpowers and breaks out.
That's right. Yeah,
Because the first time we saw her, she's just in the cell like, hello, help!
Well, I think what happened was because one of the alarms went off, so she was using the light from the alarm to charge her powers.
I mean,
I think she needs...
always available, though. It's not like...
I'm just saying, if she needs if there's no light coming in, don't you remember when she was like in the cell looking to see if there was any fucking light that she could harness her power?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, it's possible. Okay, all right. I'll allow that. But it just
Your
seemed
joke
weird.
was funny, though.
Yeah, all right, thank you. But yeah, when she gets out, Black Noir has got an eye on that cell, and he fucks her up. And then Maeve shows up.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, she's got him in like a rear chokehold, and she's like, it looked like she was shoving a rag in his mouth.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's gonna fucking knock him out with ether? I was like, what is this? This is dope. Okay. No. She kills him with an almond joy.
Because he has a tree nut allergy. What a loser.
What a loser. How are you? You're a genetic fucking...
And the way she just, like, shoved it in his mouth, too, like he was a baby.
Yeah, like, he didn't even have the ability to fucking, like, spit it out or anything like that. Like, what a loser Black Noir is right
Tries to take out his EpiPen, and she fucking kicks it.
She's just, like, kicking it away from him as he's gasping and his fucking closing throat is fucking...
And honestly, guys... He's Black Noir. This isn't us. We totally sympathize with people that have these types of allergies. But if you're Black Noir and that's what's going to get you,
are
what a
supposed
bitch.
to be the supreme of the genetic gene pool, but you've still got a nut allergy, you fucking loser. Oh my god.
Yeah. So it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. It was such a great, like, Achilles heel. Wonderful.
Yeah. And then Huey finds Starlight's mom somehow, and all of a sudden Starlight shows up, and they're a happy family again, and she gives him lovey eyes. And,
their relationship is so vanilla and boring to me. Like, I don't
She's a fucking superhero.
Yeah, but it's so vanilla and boring.
Yeah.
I'm not, like...
No, it's heartwarming.
Not for me.
I mean, that's what it's supposed to be.
But it's not.
All right, yeah. I'm just saying.
And that's how I feel.
Okay. So then we flip back to Homelander and Stormfront, and Mom is making a Rainbow Pride Queen Maeve lasagna.
Yeah.
And she goes outside to tell everybody dinner's ready, and by everybody I mean her kid, her weird superhero dad that raped her, and now his Nazi girlfriend. And they told the kid that there's a real world.
Yeah, they flew his little ass up.
They should have named that kid Truman.
Yeah, man, they totally, just filled him in. This place is fake, your house is fake, everything you know is fake.
So they broke him out of the NBA bubble.
Yeah.
And, he is flying for the real world. And she, again, can't do anything fucking about it.
Well, then we jump to back to Butcher and his mom. They're meeting at a restaurant, and Butcher's like, "What the fuck, Mom?"
I think it's the same coffee shop that fucking Starlight.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I thought that was weird. Do they only have one set? Like.
Well, they're fucking filming in Canada.
That's true. That is true.
It's supposed to be New York, and it's obviously not. It still does not feel like New York. Now that, I've established that, I've had to trick my mind into, not thinking it's in New York.
Yeah.
So that it wouldn't bother me so much. But now that you brought that up, now I'm angry again.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Thanks a lot.
But yeah, the mom gives him the whole, don't become dad speech.
Yeah.
Don't
She
dad.
wanted him to see the father to, just let it go. He's not gonna fucking change. He's awful.
She's like, I wanted you to see that he was a piece of shit.
Yeah,
so
just
let
it go.
Go to a different fork in the road and not be a piece of shit.
Yeah,
also.
yeah. And also,
it's too late for me. I'm with him. He's a piece of shit.
Well, no, I don't know if she's with. Is she with him?
I think she was. Yeah.
Well, also turns out that she is the cook from Downton Abbey, another show that we love.
Yes.
She's a great actress.
Then we go to the trial. Everybody's like, yo, who's the star witness? And then they're like, it's Vogelbaum! And he starts wheeling in slowly. And Homelander's face is like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then everybody's heads start blowing up.
Yo, that scene was
just
so good.
Fucking out of nowhere.
Fucked up.
Heads are blowing up. You don't know who like, because we're still like at a loss as to who's fucking blowing up.
Yeah, who's doing it? Well, because we've only seen that once before, right?
Yeah, and it was the FBI lady at the beginning of the season 2.
Right.
Where she was about to drop all the fucking knowledge onto the squad, and all of a sudden her head blew up. So, like, it's not a sniper, it's not anything, it's fucking weird, and just heads are popping all over the goddamn place.
I mean, we know who, like, what it is
Yeah.
later on, but just, like, speculating before we get to that answer, I, like, kept thinking, well, maybe it's, like, chips in their head, and it's Edgar.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was, like...
But how would he get that into some of the random people's heads?
Oh, that's true.
I thought it was just like another power that Stormfront had. And that's where she, because at the trial she was there, and I figured that she showed up like the next episode of where, the FBI lady's head blew up.
I also thought for a hot minute it was Cuckoo Crazy Cindy from Sage Grove.
Did we even see her?
No, we don't see her again.
Either of these episodes?
No.
Yeah,
so she's coming back. She's got this got renewed, right?
Yeah, I mean, it has to. I mean, there's all sorts of open questions.
Doesn't have to.
I agree, it doesn't have to, but it should. So I just wrote down, why are all these heads blowing up?
I literally wrote, what the fuck?
Yeah. So here we are, episode 8, final episode, and it's another fucking creepy opening, and another creepy, like when Mare says, they do things on the show that reflect real life, and it's like an active super tech school shooter fucking drill, like PSA.
Well, yeah, super creepy, and then the whole scene with like the teacher having to be armed, like remember was a huge talking point.
Yeah,
still is. Well, I wouldn't say now anymore because nobody's in fucking school, so we don't have to worry about that anymore.
One of the pluses of COVID.
Earth is
we gotta make sure
healing.
Yeah, but sometimes we gotta follow the law, and that's lock all the windows and doors.
Yeah.
What was A again? Arm yourselves with anything you got. The teacher's got a gun, but hey, grab a fucking flagpole and stab somebody if you can.
Yeah, and
then wait for the real soups.
Yeah. It's so scary and fucked up.
Yeah, what a fucking creepy thing.
God.
So then we go see the anti-soup politician. I forget her name.
It's Victoria, but I wrote AOC type.
Oh, okay, yeah, fake AOC. She's with like the VP or something. I don't know who this guy is.
Well, we said he's probably the chief of staff
for the president. Yeah. And he's basically explaining to her that because of all that crazy shit that went on at that trial, they're bypassing the FDA. They're about to give Compound V to like law enforcement, the military, ICE.
Yeah.
They're charging $5 million. Yo, Vaught is charging $5 million a pop for the shots. That is fucking wild.
Yeah.
And so basically, the government's gonna have this army of fucking superheroes now.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this lady didn't want. And the dude turns and he's like, yo, for the record, I agree with you. I think it's fucking crazy. But you know what? We got to tell people that heads aren't going to blow up anymore randomly. And in order to do that, we need more superheroes to protect them. And I kind of get that. Like, when you got to panic, you have to come up with a fucking answer. It's kind of how we came up with the fucking Patriot Act after 9/11.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, people want to feel safe. That's number one job. And a lot of times you go extreme. You overshoot your mark. You overshoot it.
Yeah.
And injecting a bunch of fucking cops with V is overshooting your mark.
God.
So then we see Rebecca. She's bouncing from her bubble. And she's out. She's had enough of quarantine.
Yeah, she's
like, I'm out. I'm not wearing a mask. I don't give a fuck. I'm running. The cops are chasing her. Then Starlight sending mom out of town. Everybody's
get the
getting
fuck
ready
out.
for the war.
Yeah,
Everybody's
get
getting
the
ready for
fuck
the
out.
war.
Take
Yo, mom, here's some money. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not taking your other cross. Fuck that. And then we see the squad prepping for war.
They want to kill everybody.
Yeah, they want to just fucking go in guns blazing. And then Starlight and Huey are like, yo,
We got an idea.
give us a minute. And then Homelander, Stormfront, they're watching the news. They're trying to figure out the head exploding trick.
They
have
think maybe
fucking
Edgar did
idea.
it.
They think Edgar did it. Yeah, they don't know. So at this point, if Stormfront's not going to be honest with Homelander, I was like, maybe it's not her. You know, because that's what I was thinking. And let's see.
Well, Stormlight is also hyped over how close they are to getting an army of people.
Yeah.
Of getting V.
Yeah, she's super hyped about that. She's always wanted an army of people behind her. You know, since 1919, she's wanted that. She had it for a minute. She wants it again.
Creepy.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Fucked up.
So, Starlight and Huey's grand plan is to go to Maeve. And Maeve is basically like, fuck you guys. I'm so tired.
Before we talk about
done.
this, I think we should talk about
You're absolutely right.
Starlight shading
We had some Billy Joel.
Huey for loving Billy Joel.
We had some Billy Joel in here, and
She
you know,
wrote,
we loved it.
Billy
We
Joel
danced it.
is for old people. How dare she?
Yes, I agree. And that's a shitty take on her part.
Really shitty take, because then Huey comes back and he's like, yo.
Here's why.
Because of my mother that left me.
Yeah. Well, that was a shitty take for that reason, but it's also a shitty take because, you know, we like Billy Joel and we're not old. As much as we keep telling
Well, yeah,
ourselves.
I know that. Yes, obviously.
But if we ran into Starlight, what is she probably, like 23, you think?
Yeah.
She would think we were old. And she would be like, they're the type of people that should watch fucking, or listen to Billy Joel. That girl on the boardwalk in Atlantic City who told me I was like 53. She would have thought, this guy
What
likes
are you,
Billy
like,
Joel.
53?
I don't even... Fucking hate that girl. Probably more than the Twitter guy, actually.
I really like the thread that they have, that the writer has with Billy Joel.
Yeah.
I think it's very sweet, especially learning the emotional connection that Huey has to, because it is Huey's story, right?
Yeah.
That's really his story.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like just like a nice little thread carried throughout the whole show, and then we learn the special connection that he has to Billy Joel. I also have that special connection to Billy Joel.
Oh, yeah, me too.
What's yours?
I love Billy Joel.
Oh, just that you love him?
Yeah, well, I mean, every day in my senior year, I listened to We Didn't Start the Fire, so I wanted to know all the words. And I do now.
I have like a specific memory, like the first, when my parents first split up and my dad would pick me up on the weekends, we would listen on cassette to River of Dreams, and one of the songs on there, the lullaby. Do you know that one? It's a
I
really
probably would,
sweet.
because I've listened to that.
It's just like a really sweet lullaby that he wrote to his daughter, and I just remember like listening to that song with my dad, and just being a little girl and like relating to that as a little girl. That's my Billy Joel connection.
That's nice.
That's like where it all started.
That is very nice. River Dreams action.
Mm-hmm. I remember that album cover too.
It was like blue and wavy, right?
Yeah, it's his It's his head, his floating head, literally in a river of dreams.
Yeah, I like that one. I mean, that was the last.
I think that was like his last album that he's done.
I don't know. I just know my parents loved him. I like the Glass Houses.
Oh, Glass Album is such a good album too. Yeah, Stranger.
I remember listening to that on a record, actually.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Oh my god.
my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And the album cover is him throwing a house at a fucking, throwing a rock at a glass house.
Yeah, all of his
Fucking
album covers are very literal.
Turnstile.
Yeah. The Stranger. Well, I guess that's not.
Yeah.
He's in a bed with a mask. Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's a stranger. Yeah. Okay.
Or is he with the stranger?
I was thinking that maybe he would be sitting on his left hand. Well, that's all right. Nobody's gonna get it, and I'm gonna sound like a fucking idiot right now.
Please say
I
it.
couldn't stop myself from fucking saying it. You know those like weird things, like the weird sex things that you would say like as a kid, like I don't know, whatever. But like the stranger is one where you sit on your left hand and you get it feeling numb, and then you jerk off with it, and because you can't feel your hand, so it feels like somebody else is doing it.
I can't even. Like, I don't even know what to say to you right now. I guess let's just move on.
Yes, let's.
You fucking weirdo. Oh my god.
So
I have never heard of that in my whole life.
no, yeah.
Like, what do you like weird sex things as a kid? What does that mean?
Yeah. No, like I don't know, like a fucking like a chicken cutlet.
What is that?
You're having sex with a girl on the beach, and you take your dick out and you run it like a chicken cutlet in the sand, and you put it back in.
These are awful.
Like Spider-Man.
What?
Well, like, when you're having sex with a girl, and then you're about to come, and you pull your dick out, you come in your hand, and you fucking fling it at her like a fucking web.
All right.
You never heard those things?
No,
growing
never
up?
in my life.
Oh,
I've never, ever heard of any of those things in my life.
Yeah. All weird things that boys talk about.
My God.
But yeah, the stranger. So you get you
So.
get your hand numb and then you jerk off, and you can't feel it in your hand, so it feels like somebody else is doing it.
Oh man, alive.
I love watching your face when I tell you these things. It's hilarious.
Let's move on.
Yes, please, because we got still a lot to talk about. We're already at like 55 minutes of weird sex talk. So then we go. Speaking of weird sex talks, let's talk about the Church of Scientology again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that dude and Edgar, they're like negotiating, and the dude from the church, what's his name, Alistair? He's like, bro, you need some fucking solid people that you've had. You don't have to vet them no more. And then Edgar's like, yeah, it's true. He's like, all right, we'll take the deep back. And then they're like, yeah, what about A-Train? And then Edgar's like, unfortunately, Stormfront is like our main person right now, and she and A-Train don't see eye to eye.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, why not? And he's like, if you have as much research as I believe you do, you know how fucking racist she is.
Yeah. My guy.
Like, yeah.
My guy.
Like, you know how racist she is.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I hear you.
Turns out A-Train was in the room.
And did you notice when, like, they were talking, like, every once in a while, like, the papers would, like, flutter?
Oh, no, I didn't notice.
I think that he was running laps in the room, like, faster than anybody could see, just to fucking, like, hear him. So, like, there were all these papers that would constantly just have, like, a little flutter to them on the end of the desk.
I didn't notice that.
How Edgar didn't fucking notice it as the CEO of the fucking superhero company was beyond
They
me.
got.
But if dumb Mike watching it, fucking noticed it. Becca shows up at some random pawn shop in East Flatbush and is like, hey, I heard that there's some fucking Haitian drug dealers downstairs and I think my ex-husband is living there.
Let me in.
And they're like, hold on, let me go ask downstairs to the Haitian drug dealers. Hey, do you guys know this
Do you
chick?
know this chick?
And Bush is like, I do, mate. And then there was the accent. So, Homelander and Stormfront, they show back up to see Ryan. Ashley was watching him, and she's literally pulling her hair out, is what I wrote down. This is the part that you told me about before. She's like twirling it and just pulling out chunks of hair. Stormfront's like, hey, what's up with your hair? And she's like, nothing, and rips more out.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
And then they basically take Ryan to Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, take him on a field trip.
Yeah, but it's Planet Vought, and basically, like, there's all sorts of shit over there. And people are there because they love fucking superheroes. And what do you think's gonna happen when Homelander shows up? Everybody in the restaurant's like, bro,
this poor baby has a panic attack.
Yeah. And this kid has literally never seen anybody but his mom.
Yeah.
Like, and doctors or whatever.
Totally has a panic attack.
Yeah, so he loses his fucking mind.
Yeah.
And Homelander does the dad thing. He does the right thing. He takes him out of there. He's out. Let's see.
We talked about Huey and the Billy Joel thing.
And A-Train pops in.
Yes.
Yo, they were driving in the car, just talking, bopping to Billy Joel. Ha, my mom sucks, she left. And all of a sudden, A-Train's in the back seat. He's like, yo, what's up, motherfuckers?
Yeah, how do you get in the car?
I think he's just so fast, and maybe they had the doors unlocked.
Oh.
So he just popped into the back seat.
I'll buy it.
They freak out, pull over to the side of the road. He's like, yo, if I want to kill you, I fucking would. He flexes on them like once. And then he's like, but take this folder, motherfuckers. He's like, thank me later. And then he just runs away.
He's like, fuck that Nazi bitch.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out. And they open that folder, and it is all the dirt on Stormfront. All of it. Because A-Train overheard, and he was like, yo, once that Nazi's out, I can get back in possibly. So, and then Butcher is like, yo, Mr. Edgar, I need to talk to you, bro. And
my man.
They go to some nice restaurant, bunch of snipers, watching Butcher, and he's like, let's skip the hors d'oeuvres and fucking talk about this shit. So, turns out, this is just capitalism in America. Edgar's the CEO. He doesn't give a fuck about anything but the share price.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I get it. Stormfront's a fucking asshole. But we need angry people because we need V out there because we need more fucking superheroes and shit. And if my stock price goes up, that's all I fucking care about.
Right.
He's like, I'm not evil. I'm just a capitalist.
Yeah.
Haha.
Oh, God. It's so depressing.
It is. It is. It is.
Yeah.
But they make a deal. So Mr. Edgar's going to get Homelander's kid because that's a bargaining chip that he could use against Homelander. And Butcher is like, I'm just going to take my fucking wife and bounce.
Yeah.
And
leave me be.
Yep, they bump knuckles. It's a deal. It's official, bro.
They out.
Stormfront Homelander. They are outside the cabin with Ryan inside.
He's totally embarrassed over his panic attack.
Yeah, and like they have like a whole thing, and Homelander's like, yo, I had to get him out of there. You know, Stormfront's like, yo, why didn't you wait for me? He's like, I just had to get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it was a nice moment. It was nice to see.
I wrote down, Homelander's gonna be a good dad.
Yeah.
It is. Homelander's
well,
gonna
it was
be
a nice
dad.
little moment. It was you know, he.
Yeah. But Homelander never had a dad, so I think he's like,
No,
he would actually do the role okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he should do a better job of picking a mom, but, you know, A, not rape the real one, and B, not pick a Nazi for the fill-in.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, because he's a rapist. He's going to be a good dad.
He does have some flaws.
God.
So, the squad's gearing up for war. Basically, Becca makes Butcher swear on Lenny's soul that he's gonna actually try and save the kid, give the kid a good life, and Butcher's like, I swear. He's like, I swear, okay, fuck.
Fine.
I will, okay. And this is where all the real action starts happening.
Yeah, man. And then it gets crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so, wait, there's one more scene at the cabin before it gets real crazy. It's Homelander and Stormfront, and they're hanging out with Ryan. And Stormfront's like, did I ever tell you about the story of white genocide?
Oh, yeah. Well, they're trying to get him to use his powers to get angry.
Yeah, so she wants him to be angry at white genocide. Like, holy shit, what a fucking weirdo. Like, that is so crazy. And Homelander seems like he's kind of rolling his eyes in the background.
Well,
like,
yeah, he definitely is.
Like, oh, come on, white genocide, you want to...
All right.
It's we hate fucking. It's wild. All right. Yeah. I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
Something must be at the window.
Our dogs are going nuts right now.
So they're at the cabin. There's a whole crazy buzzing sound, and Homelander's like, I can't fucking deal with this. I gotta get this fucking buzzing. Ryan's huddled in the corner, earbuff style.
Oh, the buzzing, that's right.
And then Homelander leaves, flies. The squad has like this awning over all their shit, and as soon as they see Homelander book it, they're like, let's fucking go. So Becca and Butcher pop in there, pull Ryan out. Ryan's like, oh my god, Mom, I'm so fucking sorry. Because he realizes what a crazy person Homelander is, and he just wants to go back to his old fucking life of eating gay pride fucking lasagnas in a secluded household and making Lego movies.
Did we say Stormfront's losing it because she's exposed? That's why she left?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's why she left.
Yeah.
And they go in there and get the okay.
Yeah,
yes.
that's after the buzzing happens. But yeah, while they're there, they catch on the news that Stormfront's a Nazi.
Yeah, so she loses it. She leaves. Then Homelander hears
The buzzing.
the sound. Turns out it's a trap.
It's a trap. But they get him and they pull the kid out. They're back under the awning. Homelander fucking lasers the fucking speakers that are making the buzzing. And basically Butcher is like, yo, Becca, I made this fucking shitty deal.
Yeah. But
I don't want to go through with it. So you need to go with this dude and bounce. And she's like, I'm only going with you. And eventually Butcher's like, all right, I'll go. And then, so they're like, all right, sweet, we're going to be a little family again. It's going to be dope. And they're on their way to think that. But Stormfront shows up. And she just grabs the car and throws it.
Yeah.
While they're driving away.
Yeah.
She's like, this is not fucking gonna happen on my watch. You're not taking my man and his kid. You're not taking my man's kid. I don't give a fuck. I'm not dealing with
Starlight's a rat.
Yep. And then Starlight shows up, and that's when they have a fucking wild girl fight.
Yeah,
and
man.
Maeve shows up.
Shit goes haywire.
Kamiko. And then we're over there like, girls get it done.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the fight's over, Frenchie's like, girls get it done.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it was definitely that whole scene. I shouldn't say the whole. Yeah, I mean, yeah. A lot of that scene felt like a kind of a call to Grindhouse. Remember we were
Yes.
Death Proof?
Yeah, the Tarantino flick.
Yeah. Especially when they were all in a circle fucking kicking the shit out of
Kurt
Storm.
Russell.
Well, yeah.
And Stormfront.
Well,
yeah. Man, they fucked her up.
Yeah.
But
then she just dips. She's like, I'm
gathers
out.
a little bit of power, shoots up on a lightning bolt, and she's out.
I'm out.
While this is happening, Homelander is at the house, and basically he walks back in, and there's like a SWAT team already there because Butcher was gonna call. The Vought guys were gonna show up and grab the kid. Butcher called, left the phone there. The SWAT guys show up there, and Homelander's like, I will eyeball fuck every single one of you guys if you don't tell me where my fucking kid is. And sure enough, he eyeball fucks every single one of them. And he leaves that cabin covered in blood. He looks like Carrie from fucking, the Stephen King movie.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
So, then Stormfront, when she bounces from the fight, she lands right in front of Butcher and Ryan and Becca. And she is like, I am going to fuck up your world, Mom. And she is choking the shit out of her. And then Ryan's eyes start to glow. And you can just tell, oh, this is where the kid's going to figure it out. This is how he's going to fucking do it. And then there's just a blinding light. The fucking comes back on. Stormfront is a fucking charcoal briquette from the barbecue grill.
Yeah,
She's fucked up. She's got like no arms, no legs. She's muttering in German.
Totally torched, yeah.
Yeah, and for a split second you're like, ooh, that looks like it hurts. And then you're like, she was a Nazi.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Yeah, fuck her is right.
But unfortunately, my guy does not have good trigger control.
Yeah,
because he caught his mom in the neck. And she dies. And that fucking
Before
sucks.
she dies, though.
Yeah. She's like, tell him it's not my fault. It's not his fault.
Promise to keep him safe.
Yep,
it's not
all
his
that
fault.
stuff. Yeah.
Still being a mom. That was a tough scene.
Yeah, that was real rough.
Yeah. I mean, Ryan's losing it. He's crying. He's all upset. And Butcher is about to blow.
Yeah, Butcher actually seems like he's going to fuck Ryan up for a hot second.
Yeah, he's going to fuck
He's
Ryan
got
up.
like that crowbar and he's like, I'm going to smash this little fucking kid's head in.
Yeah.
But right then, like, Homelander shows up.
Yep.
And, like, Homelander's like, Ryan, come here. And Ryan's like, I'm going to stick with this weird guy with the fucking...
Yeah, the inches closer.
Yeah,
inches closer to Butcher.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a nice little... It was like the start of, like, okay, we know where this story is going to go now. Butcher's going to, step up, and he does. He wants to protect the boy.
Yeah, he's little Fitz. And Butcher's Burridge.
You have to name the reference. Nobody knows.
Sorry, I've been reading these fucking books.
That I made him read because they're so wonderful. And guess what? He fucking loves them.
Yes. What's the name of it again? The fucking...
Well, you're on the live.
Yes, I know. What's the first one?
Well, the author's name is Robin Hobb.
Yes.
And it is a series of books. There's 13?
I think it's 15.
15 books.
5 series of 3.
And the first one is The Assassin's Apprentice.
Yes.
And you're on the Live Ship series.
Yes. So I'm 6 into fucking 15 and I hate myself.
So Mike is making a reference from those books.
Yes. Because there is an older gruff gentleman who takes not ownership but custody, I guess you could say, of a youth that has a magical power.
Yes.
It's kind of like Harry Potter. You can be like Hagrid and fucking
They're
Harry
not
Potter.
like anything like Harry Potter.
Those first couple of books were a little bit like Harry Potter.
All right, but it's not Harry Potter.
I know. I'm just saying. Anyway, so yeah, Bush is gonna be a dad to this fucking superhero eyeball kid, and Maeve shows up and she stops Homelander from killing Butcher, and Homelander is fucking pissed. Like, Homelander knows that he's getting the better of right now.
Yeah.
Like,
she says that she's going to release the video.
Yeah, because there was video found from that flight that they just let go down.
Yeah.
And Deep sent some fucking beluga whales or whatever to go see if there was a black box.
Yeah,
And they found some
that
dude's
video.
phone. They put it in rice, I guess, and they fucking played the video.
Well, no, it was a GoPro camera.
Oh, it was a GoPro?
Yeah.
The guy on the plane in his carry-on had a
Yeah.
GoPro and decided to pull that out?
Yep.
Okay, I'll buy that. Maybe not.
So she says she'll release the video, and Homelander's like, you do that, I destroy everything and everyone, and then he starts crying.
And he flies away.
And then he's like, alright.
Then he cut to a press conference where he swallowed his pride because
Yeah.
he loves being a famous superhero.
Yeah,
And
everything
he's
is
like-
back to
he's like,
normal.
oh, by the way, Stormfront was the asshole.
Yeah.
Starlight's cool and she's back. Maeve is still my bestie.
Yeah.
And
You guys are my friends.
And we're just our normal superhero buds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut to Deep and A-Train.
Yep.
The Church of the Collective. These fucking dogs. These fucking dogs.
Yeah.
The church, Alistair says that he sees A-Train has some serious initiative
Yeah.
with what he did.
The initiative was taking that fucking taking that folder from the basement on Stormfront and giving it to the squad, and basically he was like, that bitch has been criticizing us for years, so why didn't he do it then for years? Maybe because he was scared of the backlash, but A-Train could do it because he was powerful.
Wait, what?
The guy Alistair was like, we've hated her for fucking years.
Oh, well, I guess they didn't see it in their best interest.
Yeah, but A-Train just took the initiative and did it anyway. So he
Right,
dug that
because
job.
remember, she was a part of the church.
Yes, no, exactly, yeah. But A-Train, now, because of Vought and their desire to be anti-Nazi, they're like, we're going to take A-Train instead of Deep.
Yep. Deep loses it.
Deep is pissed.
Yeah.
And then Alistair's like, you know what, man? You can get the fuck out too, bro. And Deep is kicked out of the church, so I think Deep is going to be back in Ohio fucking swinging pina coladas
I
at
don't
a
know.
TGI
I'm
Fridays.
curious. I'm curious.
Yeah, I want to see where Deep goes from here. Like I said before, he's one of my faves. Then we go to Huey and Starlight being cute, wrapping their storyline up. Nothing really going
talking. I wrote, here are my notes. Talking, Huey and Starlight talking. They kiss. They love each other. Kind of bored of their love story. It's vanilla.
Very true. And then we got Butcher and Ryan. Ryan's basically sending the kid into a fucking SUV with the CIA lady.
Yeah.
So, as much as we want them to be like a buddy team, I guarantee you Ryan comes back. And
Yeah,
says,
oh, yeah,
"It's
yeah,
gotta
yeah, yeah.
happen." Yeah. Can't have a little fucking superhero.
Well, they send him. I think what'll be interesting is to see how they treat Ryan, how Grace Mallory, and the how the government, how they quote unquote protect him.
Yeah.
What they do, we don't know. It could be fucked up. He is a superhero, and
Yeah,
now
they
he's in
might
the
put him
hands of
back
the
in the lab
government.
again.
Yeah.
But I don't know. She sending him to Nicaragua with an assumed identity like she promised to do for everybody else. I don't know.
Excuse me, I
Whoa.
had a hiccup.
Whoa. Yeah, we don't know.
But she also tells them that, look, guess what, guys? All the charges have been dropped on you. You guys are good.
Yeah, everybody's cool. So Mother's Milk gets to go home. Everybody gets to go home.
But she does say, though, that they're looking for a soup team.
Yes. Yeah, the
Or
politician.
not a soup team, like a group of...
Yeah, a group of off-the-record soup,
Yeah, to keep an eye.
soup watchers. So it's
Yeah.
almost like a Watching the Watchmen kind of deal.
Yeah.
which is cool. I could get off on that. Speaking of getting off, the next
God.
scene
Homelander jerking
is
off.
jerking off on the roof of the tower, just
Over the
telling
city.
himself how great he is.
I do whatever I want.
I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I... That's the fucking saddest jerking off I've ever seen in my life. And I've watched myself do it numerous times.
Oh, boy.
I don't know what... Sometimes I just say things. And then after that, so we got the anti-soup politician. She's walking and talking with the guy from the church.
Yep. They cut a deal.
They're cut a deal. They dig it. And they're like, yo, we could be boys. You get me my tax exempt status stuff. I'll give you all these files on a bunch of soups that are a bunch of assholes. And she's like, yo, I will absolutely help you in all of those things. And they hang up, and he spins around in his chair, and his head pops off.
Yeah, his head blows up. Now we know.
But outside his window is the fucking AOC type.
Yeah, Victoria.
Victoria, looking through the fucking gated walls at the fucking blood-covered window. Her eyes do like a little fog thing. She gives a little smile and she walks away.
Because
she's
she
the
the one.
Suit.
She
the
one.
head blower upper.
She the one.
So I'm interested to know what her fucking motives are.
Yeah.
That's gonna be wild next season. Because think about it, she's so hard anti-soup, but she didn't want them to get in real trouble. So like, what's her end game? Well, we do know also that she's gonna have a partner. Because Huey goes to work for her.
What a dummy.
What? He has no idea. He's like, I want to be legit.
Yeah.
Oh, little does he know.
Little does he know.
Little does
the
he
fool.
know. He's like,
fool.
I don't fit in with those guys.
I want to stand on my own 2 feet.
I want to do my own thing. And he fucking goes to work for a terrible person. A super villain.
Yep. And the show closes on Only the Good Die Young.
Yeah.
Only the Good Die Young.
God. I thought it was excellent. I really enjoyed watching
it. Was. I have to say, I did enjoy both seasons.
Yeah.
I got past the fact that it's
fake New York.
Very fake New York.
Yes.
And shot in Canada. I'm curious to see where, obviously, like, what happens with Homelander.
Yeah.
Like, where they take his character. I'm curious, obviously.
He's like a cuck now.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, I'm curious to see where, where his character goes. Like, who else? The kid, for sure, Ryan.
What are your thoughts on Victoria? What's her, if you had
where
to
I see
guess,
her, if I had to guess.
If you had to guess, like, her end game.
I don't know. Power.
Yeah, I think it's probably just power, yeah. Think it's anything more like sinister or in depth, or like is she taking revenge? No, because she would have.
I mean, well, first, there's too many questions. Like, how is she a soup?
Yeah.
Does Mr. Edgar know? Right? Is she a part of that whole plan?
Yeah, that's true. Maybe Mr. Edgar and her have some side channel stuff to keep like the animosity going, because it fuels sales on either side, and that could be it too, because that plays into the how left and right politicians are kind of sipping whiskey behind the scenes, and everything is just fucking theater like WWE. So
Becky Lynch is pregnant.
Yes, I know Becky Lynch is pregnant.
I just thought of WWE news. That's all.
All right.
I think
on that note, I think we'll call it. Yeah. So we're like an hour and 10 in. So
not bad.
Yeah, it's too good. But yeah, all right, thank you for checking it out. This has been our The Boys recaps. Tune in later this week. We're gonna have. We've been watching The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
That's been
We've
wonderful.
been doing an episode a week on that. Every episode we
Turns
do an episode.
out, so this week they're doing 2 episodes. They're doing one on Bravo and then another one on.
They're doing like a preview according to who was it, Whitney's
Whitney
post. Yeah. So it sounds like they're doing a preview of episode 3, like a pre-screening of it on Twitter.
On Twitter, okay.
Yeah, so we would have to watch it on Twitter on Thursday.
All right, so we don't know what we're doing.
No. And if you're listening to this, I don't know. Are you listening to The Housewives? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know what you're listening to. If you're listening to The Boys.
If you just listened to some of it. If you have any suggestions for other stuff that we
Yeah.
don't want to watch, go right ahead and tell us.
Let us know. And we do have veto power.
Oh, yeah, of course we have veto powers.
You give us some bullshit.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to do that, go to don'twantowatchthat.com. On the top right, there's a little contact tab. Click that. It'll give you email addresses. It'll give you it's social media shit. So yeah, don't want to watch.
Social media shit.
Don't want to watch on Instagram and Twitter. The O and Don't is 0 on Twitter. And yeah, that's all we got.
All right, guys.
So thanks for checking us out, all 10 of you. So appreciate it.
Peace, love.
Yeah, enjoy.
Wash
Be
your
safe.
hands.
Wear your masks. Bye.